Welcome back. It is time to have a look at the Northern Areas Footy Association on the Flow Friday Sports Show. And our long-time correspondent, Graham Spud McKay, is on the other end of the line to tell us everything we need to know. Good to speak with you again, Spud. Happy Friday. How are you?
Oh, g'day, Dan. Yeah, still nice. It's beautiful weather if you don't want rain. But anyway, if it's not going to rain, we'll have this. The days are beautiful. The nights are a little bit cool.
Beautiful weather if you're not a farmer, but yeah, certainly hoping we see a bit of moisture soon for our farmers. It's certainly getting a little bit late in autumn to not be having much rain. But Spud, let's get into the footy. Jamestown Peterborough in the A grade. Well, they had a pretty good game against Southern Flinders. It was Southern Flinders 10-6-66 beating Jamestown Peterborough 7-7-49, but it was just one goal the difference at three-quarter time at the final change, and Southern Flinders just ran away with it in the fourth.
Yeah, look, this was a really good game. It was tightly contested for the whole day. A couple of basic mistakes cost Jamestown Peterborough in the finish, and that was the reason. The other one would be Matt Spenceley. It was the first time I'd seen him play, and he was sensational. He's got a huge work rate. He was kicking out from full back, and the next thing he'd be down at centre. And he moved up into their forward line. Very good skills. A good kicker of the ball, able to slot the goals through. So the type of player that he may not do it with Southern Flinders unless they start winning more games, but he certainly would have got 3 votes on Saturday, and that's going to be maybe the thing that'll go against him later on, is that he will not be able to get 3, but probably get 2. But certainly really good. And Shane Ballantyne was the other one that was really good for Southern Flinders. And for Jamestown Peterborough, I thought Max McKeough was really good in the ruck, but they failed to be able to have any system in the centre there at being able to work it out cleanly. It was usually going to Matt Spenceley. He was the one that seemed to pick up the loose ball and go with it. So, a really tight game, and it was, a good game to sort of watch without reaching any great heights.
All right, Jamestown Peterborough still left searching for their first win. Like you said, Matthew Spenceley and Shane Ballantyne dominant for Southern Flinders, 4 goals and 3 goals respectively. And Matthew Spenceley, one to watch, possibly in the male medal count. Let's get on to our next game. It was BMW beating Orroroo 10-10-70 to 8-8-56. And a pretty tight game in the final score, just a couple of goals in it. But from the quarter-by-quarter scores, it looks like BMW were pretty well in control of this one from the first bounce.
Yeah, they certainly were. They kicked away to a 3-goal lead at quarter time, and that's pretty much the lead, the amount that there when they finished. I guess Orroroo I think had a couple out, but look, it's a good win for BMW because they after losing the grand final to Orroroo last year, they needed a bit of a confidence booster. But like some of the Orroroo ones said to me, you don't win premierships in May, and that's probably very true. Look, you've got to be able to beat the opposition on the day, and because it was at Orroroo, I rate that win even higher than, say, if it had been at Melrose on the BMW's home ground. So, just a solid win, and these two sides will no doubt get to play off in the finals this year.
Orroroo's first loss for the year, BMW staying undefeated. So Orroroo slide down to 3rd on the ladder with that loss because Crystal Brook jumped them after a big 14-16 100 to 5-8-38 win over Broughton Mundura.
This was a night game, and the margin there surprised me because I thought it'd be reasonably tight, but Crystal Brook, Aaron Filkey and Richmond, Jackson Richmond, they were the main goal kickers for them, kicking 4 each, and so therefore Crystal Brook managed to come away with a pretty solid win.
Well, it would be a pretty close game if you just factored in the first and the fourth quarter scores, but Crystal Brook outscored Broughton Mundura in the second and third quarters combined, 9-7 to just 1-5. So they really got on top there in the middle of the game.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that's the key to it. We often see that a team kicks away to an early start, but then when the other side gets a bit of a run off, they struggle to be able to keep with them. But no doubt Broughton Mandurah will look to improve on that result as the season goes on.
BMW 4-0, Crystal Brook and Orroroo next at 3-1. Broughton Mandurah and Southern Flinders 1 win, 3 losses. And Jamestown Peterborough, bottom of the ladder, still searching for their first win, but they'll get a pretty good opportunity tomorrow. They're heading to Port Broughton to take on Broughton Mandurah, who, coming off that big loss, no doubt they'll be fired up, but Jamestown Peterborough finding a bit of form, and it looms as a good opportunity to get their first win.
Yeah, look, as I already mentioned, Max McKeough in the ruck, and Henry Moore, he played centre-half forward last week and did a little bit of rucking in the when the ball went forward. So that's the key thing, is that they perhaps be able to take Max up forward and give him a bit of a breather up there. He did take a mark and convert to a goal there last week, so he's capable of doing that. On the other hand, Broughton Mandurah, Ben Guydenbeek has been in really good form for them. And Bodie Sims, Sam Dyer, Calaspria, they've got really good players there. So that will mean that it'll be a really tough game for Jamestown Peterborough, especially when Broughton are coming off such a bad loss there against Crystal Brook last week. So you would think down there that Broughton will get over the line, but maybe Jamestown Peterborough can hold it together there for about over half a match and just put some pressure on them, and then you never know what can happen.
All right, well, we will watch with anticipation for that one. We'll see if Jamestown Peterborough can get off the mark for season 2024. Southern Flinders at Laura Oval hosting BMW. BMW, a good chance to keep their undefeated season alive here, you would think.
Yeah, you would think that'd be the case. Alec Kanga, their coach, in pretty good form. Jamie Robinson, Cody Wolford are all good on ballers for them. Their backline is solid, led by Nick McCullum, their captain. And they've got Matt Fowler, Eric Brereton back there too. So, yeah, look, that will be... I would think that they would want to just bounce out the blocks, get the score on the board early, and then be able to just coast through.
Last game for the round, and it might just be the match of the round. Crystal Brook hosting Orroroo 2v3.
Yeah, you would expect this one to be the match of the round, and it's down at Crystal Brook. So, I guess Orroroo, coming off a last week's loss, they may be sort of a little bit spurred on, but I reckon Crystal Brook have got the basis there. They've got Will Coombe, Joel Millard, Luke Capitola, all in the around the ball there at the centre, and Orroroo, of course, have got Darren Hughes, Xavier Redden are all strong on ballers for them. So this will be pretty tight, I would have thought, and maybe we can go for Crystal Brook simply on the home ground advantage, but it'll be hard against Orroroo because, as I say, they'll be really spurred on by last week's loss.
All right, there is plenty to look forward to in round 5 of the Northern Areas Footy Association this weekend. Enjoy all the action, Spud. We'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks, Dan. Catch you next week.